How often can you say that? How often can you honestly say
don't
the
think I've seen that.
battlecruiser has parasite?
I think the last time I saw that, it was a game against a computer, like 8 years ago. I think that's the last time I've seen that happen. Me versus the computer. Oh man, that's a lot of. What a clutch D matrix! That was amazing. I love this guy. I mean, when was the last time you saw something like that? What a fucking great move by FireBatHero. I mean, just clawing his way back in the game. I mean, he really should have lost by now, but he just managed to hold on and building battle cruisers and saving them with D matrices. I mean, this guy is like my hero. I mean, same with Jaedong, but this has just been such a great game. Oh, looks like he's actually gonna go on the offense here. He's gonna do some damage. I think he took out a base at the right side of the map there. He's gonna take out this base on the left, and he's gonna do a lot of damage here. I mean, this is just great play by FireBatHero. Basically, he made Jaedong sacrifice a whole lot of units, and now he's been able to go on the offensive. He's getting a little bit of map control back. Okay, Ultralists are out now.
Oh,
he's not gonna be able to deal with these
+5 Ultralists. But FireBatHero, just to point out, I mean, keep in mind that FireBatHero's only been off of 2 base most of the time, and he's got 3 upgrades. So FireBatHero, not only was his macro so good, but he's been dedicating resources constantly to his upgrades. So props to him. I mean, I expected a 2-2 there, but already floating is losing that science vessel and now producing a dropship. I don't know if he's going for the mental game here. I mean, I think it's just, you already see he's building dropships and vessels again, and he's going to see these drones here, and I think those are medic marines loaded up in that dropship. But Jaedong, I think it's just hilarious that Jaedong mined out the bottom left, and I think Jaedong should kill his own hatchery and then leave all of his units there, so FireBatHero goes there and there's no minerals or buildings. And
nice losing by Jaedong there.
You know, this is going to be tough, though, for FireBatHero. I mean, look at that force of Ultralists. I mean, that just shows you the rate of Ultralists that Jaedong can put out at this point. And FireBatHero just hasn't been allowed to build up a critical mass of tanks or vessels. I mean, look at that, 2 vessels, and he's going to be forced to irradiate Ultralists, and Defilers are just going to run rampant here. I mean, Dark Swarm and Plague going off on an entire group of medic marines, irradiate, killing his own marines, and FireBatHero in a rough position now that Ultralists are out. I think Jaedong maybe waited a little bit too long for this moment, but I think Ultralists, now that FireBatHero has mined out his natural expansion, is going to be really the killing blow in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that. Well, he's got 2 battle cruisers, but I don't even really know what to say about him anymore. It looks like he's going to parasite the Yamato Cannon the Queen! Yamato! Oh! Oh, it survives. Yeah, that's just so many Ultralists by Jaedong. I mean, there's no way that FireBatHero is really going to be able to hold this off for very long. I mean, it's just delaying the inevitable at this point. He's eventually going to get run over.
That's what FireBatHero does,
cannot keep up with the 6 bases.
I mean, that's what he's best at, delaying the inevitable. I mean, that's pretty much sums up FireBatHero's career.
I-Cup Terran style. Maybe he learned this style while he was still a D player back in the PGT days, losing to DT rushes and floating his buildings across the map. And while he was doing it, he would build a couple of battle cruisers to try to come back in the game. Yeah, I mean, he's done this to Savior. He's been doing it to Jaedong. I mean, you know, you got to think that had he not been so far behind in the game already, could he have done this? Could he have pulled this off? He was just... Oh man, these are gonna go down here. Oh wow, nice Scourge cloning by Jaedong. Well done there. Only really tiny bit of HP left in the battle cruiser. It's not gonna do shit now.
What is Jaedong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases right now versus FireBatHero's 1.
The entire map is fucking covered in green. This game is over, but I mean, valiant effort by FireBatHero.
It's so funny, he's such a serious look. Oh, Jaedong attacking. Oh!
What a guy.
Oh!
He's offensive hatcherying him. I think that's when you know you should need to leave the fucking game, FireBatHero. Just type GG and leave at this point. Save yourself the embarrassment. He thinks he's gonna win the game with 1 battle cruiser.
Wow.
I know battle cruisers are very powerful, but maybe he thinks that Yamato Cannon does spread damage and no one's really used it in a while. Oh no.
Yeah, maybe.
It does not do spread damage.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it, that sucked. What was the point of that? Why did I build these things? Oh. Just huge overkill with the Scourges there.
FireBatHero is absolutely nothing. Finally tapping out GG.
Finally.
I love
what
FireBatHero
a
Hero
great
so
day.
much. It's so, like he's like smiling. Like it's
He's
like
gonna do a
griefing
ceremony
icon.
even though he lost.
Yeah, it's like griefing icon, but it's the MSL.
FireBatHero, ladies and gentlemen, FireBatHero is griefing the MSL. He is building battle cruisers against the best fucking Zerg player in the world. And not leaving the game. Until he's down to 1 base against 9.
He's pretty strong. I think that FireBatHero Hero
Yeah.
fan is pretty sad there.
No, well, nothing to be sad about. I think FireBatHero accomplished what he wanted in this MSL.
Really though, he did. Like he went into that game knowing that he'd play a standard play and then just go in with. I mean, he lost it in the mid game. He went for really heavy medic marines and he wasn't able to deny the third. And like I want to do some sort of analysis on that hidden expansion, but I honestly like still I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
You know what?
how-
I think it's just like it's such an insanely improbable fucking place for someone to hide an expansion that he just
But it
kind of
doesn't
figured
have
like
gas.
he's never gonna
Like,
scout.
what would be the
But still,
point?
extra minerals are extra minerals, right? I mean, you can't complain with free minerals, and it looks like it paid off for him. I mean, that was a 28-minute game, and FireBatHero still has no. I mean, he still doesn't know that base was taken. He played the entire game, and he still has no idea. He's probably gonna see this
probably
game
gonna
on
go
TV
back.
later,
Yeah.
sitting in his fucking underwear on the couch, and when he sees that proxy hatchery, he's probably gonna fucking hurl a bottle of whiskey that he was sipping on against the wall. Scream like a madman. I mean, just what a random thing to happen. Like, who would have ever seen that coming?
I don't even want to say that would like that did anything though. Like it helped, but it didn't like really turn the course of the game. I think really Jaedong's just overall macro was just stronger. He had real strong plays. I mean, he positioned well, especially for a map. You know, I think Zergs are definitely getting better at this map, especially, you know, the top level players like Jaedong. Originally, the stats for Destination, it was like 150% Terran favored. Like, they won more games than they played. I'm pretty sure Terran even won some PvZs. That's how unbalanced this map was. But I think Zerg is definitely getting better now. And I think, you know, just judging by Jaedong's play versus one of the best TvZ players and being able to compete at the same level without really doing anything, you know, substandard or out of the ordinary besides that hatchery, which, I mean, it helped. The Zerglings helped, don't get me wrong, but I think that Jaedong, you know, just playing a standard game without the hatchery would have still won with that same play is kind of what I'm trying to get across.
No, I mean, I agree with you there. I mean, but the fact of the matter is, like, he still would have won, yeah, but he won by an insane margin of victory. I mean, he basically dominated him. Like, it's a testament to FireBatHero's stick-to-itiveness that he lasted that long in that game. He was pretty much getting outplayed right from the early mid game. I mean, as soon as Jaedong's mutalisks came out, it was one disaster after another for FireBatHero. I mean, he managed to stay alive and keep himself in the game by making some good plays, and especially with his incredible control in the middle of the game, in the middle of the map, and some fights against lurkers. But really, Jaedong outclassed him in almost every sense. Like, he did not win because of that hatchery, but I mean, it was a really cute thing to do anyway, and it helped a little bit for sure.
Wow, so Jaedong versus Flash on Neo Harmony. So I think, truth be told, we might get to see another drawn-out Terran versus Zerg. This time we're seeing Flash. You know, hopefully, you know, I'm sure Jaedong probably in a very laughable, you know, not too tired out. I mean, just judging that game, you know, with the hatcheries in the guy's base and the queens. I mean, I'm sure Jaedong was having a lot of fun there. So, you know, even though Jaedong just played a really drawn-out game with FireBatHero, I think Jaedong's probably still fresh, still ready to play Flash. But, you know, Flash probably kind of disappointed. He was definitely the favorite against Hwasun, and he definitely wants to redeem himself to get out of this group. But Jaedong still showing, though, that he is still playing at his top form, and he definitely, you know, both of these players, I mean, we have Flash versus Jaedong. I would say both of these players are not just contenders to leave the group, but to make, you know, round of 4, and to see one of these players go home is just kind of shocking, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are the two guys who basically dominated most of 2008, the latter part of it. So, I mean, it would be pretty surprising to see one of them go home in the group stage. It's not a total shock; it's happened before, but still, it's definitely an upset. But I mean, both players looking pretty good, except for Flash losing to Hwason. But what can you say? Hwason played excellent, so I mean, it's hard to take that as a knock against either of them. But it should be an exciting game, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, this is a great game too.
Yeah.
If only they could live up to this game. Yeah, I just like.
Hopefully,
Both,
Flash
I mean,
build some battle cruisers.
That's what I'm hoping for, man. I mean, what more could you want? I mean, I think both players won. I think there's no loser in that game. Jaedong did what he
Really,
wanted to do and
yeah.
needed to do, which was advance and not get knocked out, being the best Zerg player in the world. And FireBatHero, I mean, like, if you watch that game, how can you not be a bigger fan of FireBatHero than you were before after watching that game? Like, I just love it. I mean, even though he lost, that kind of shit makes me want to, like, I would pay to watch FireBatHero play. So I think, you know what I mean? I think both players come out as winners that game. And that being said, let's move on and get to this next game, which should be a fucking amazing contest.